Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Xeno, the personification for crying for help, and we are here with Everyone is Asleep. Now, this is an entry for this year's May MyWolf Game Jam. I didn't know that. Actually, the way I discovered this visual novel was from a TikTok of the creator, saying that, hey guys, I made a VN, go check it out, and I just, the watercolor sketchy vibes I'm really fucking with, and I have no idea what this is about. Literally, the video did not tell us anything about what it is. All I know is that this looks really cool. I'm gonna download it, I'm gonna play it for myself, and I'm gonna go in completely blind. Like I said, I have no idea what the fuck this is about. So, enough fucking around. Let's get started, shall we? Ooh, I got my tea with me. There's mental illness, and there's deliberately smothering yourself in self-hatred. I've seen you dish out victimistic and rude remarks to people for 2 years. It gets tiring after a while. I genuinely hope it gets better, and you seek a different course of action to better your well-being. I don't think I should talk to you because nothing I do or say seems to help. So I might as well leave you be. Necessary? 2 years ago, I left myself. Disappeared. And never came back. But I'm here. No matter how much it hurts. I won't ask for help again. No more wasted time on me. And finally, everyone seems to be asleep. I'm sorry. I get what I deserve. I sit in my cot and stare into the bitter umber in the dim lantern light. And in the glare of the warm drink in my shaky paws, I can see the walls of the cramped cabin surrounding me. Thin, creaky planks of paltry wood that separate me from the black depths of Undertow. I can see it all so clearly. But I'm not there, in the reflection. No matter how hard I try to be. I close my tired eyes and take a drink from my aluminum mug as the vessel's engine gently thrums under the floor. The walls groan on as seawater laps at the hull. My paws steady, and I open my stinking eyes. I woke early tonight, at around 8 in the evening. Kurt was sound asleep, and the blazing sun still peeked through the cabin door. We woke up early at 8 in the evening. You can't see reflection in the mug, and everyone's asleep when you're up. Are you a vampire? Is that what this is? I had to find something to keep myself busy until the sunset, so I made myself some coffee. Warmed up the percolator and stirred it into my mug. Coffee helps keep me sane these nights. No matter how hot the day, I need it to even me out. Even still, its sheen mocks me. Every sip of my coffee is another glance into the reflection, another glimpse of my absence in it. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be over soon. In estar orgulloso. Surely. I want to cry so badly right now, but the tears just won't come. I remember crying so hard the night they all left. I'd cry all day. Then the next night I'd wake up and cry some more. My mind still hasn't figured out how to feel about them. Sometimes I hate the thought of their smiling faces. Other times I just want to go back. Like nothing ever happened. In the end, they were right. I shouldn't be around them, and they shouldn't be around me. At least Kurt is still here. Maybe we can all meet again when this is over. But right now, all I can do is wait. So I sit quietly with my thoughts for another hour, clutching my metal mug, staring into it as the sun slowly disappears into the watery horizon. The sound of the engine pounds in my ears as time limps on. that much longer. Just as the sun sinks deep enough to safely step outside, Kurt stirs awake. Just so perfectly in time with the moon. Wait, is Kurt the vampire in question? To safely step outside, you say? Slowly, he turns in his cot and screws his eyes. He glances up at me and sniffles. Evening, Colin. We're up all day? No. He sits up and strains his eyes to check the silver watch on his wrist he apparently sleeps with. Silver watch. Maybe the silver in this universe is designed to keep him at bay. And not to, like, kill him outright. Just weakens him, you know? Are there any actual vampires in this game? I'm just talking out of my ass. It should be dark enough to step onto the deck without passing out from the heat. Yeah, I know. Well, how's the weather looking? It should be fine, but I'll go check. You have it already? I stand up from my cot and hang my mug on the wall. Oh, Colin, what are you good for? I don't bother to humor him. I'll be up in a minute. I screw my sailor's cap on and walk to the ladder. I braid my coat around my arms and slip my boots on before unlatching the door and climbing out onto the deck. The cool ocean air billows across my fur as I stand. Moonlight catches every surface, gleaming off the rippling watery expanse. I take a deep breath in, hold it, and let it go into the chilled night. Clear skies as far as I'm aware. I yawn and begin lighting each of the oil lamps. Fisher's matches, wax dip, strike anywheres. I chose to strike them all on the box. The flames dance flickery orange incandescence under the helm before settling off into the deep blues of the sea. By the time I'm done, Kurt is up and out on the deck with me. I sit down at the bench and he joins me. So, tonight's the night? He says, shifting around on the bench. If everything goes smoothly. It will, I'm sure. There ain't a cloud in the sky. He reaches into his coat pocket, retrieves a top pipe, and begins preparing his tobacco. I hand him the box of Strike Anywheres. Looks like there's about to be. Kurt strikes a match across his boot and rests it on his pipe. I need it, like you need your coffee, he says as he begins puffing away. Now, what do we do when we get there? We dock, I show them my work visa, and we catch a cab to Estar Orguloso. What about me? I don't have a visa. You don't have to. You're crew. So, we're lying. That's it? They really won't care, especially not the nocturnal shift. You've been there before? Tonight will be my 7th time. Alright. Anyway, what's the time? He lets out a bright shield of smoke before bringing his wrist up to his face. 10:48. He says through his clenched fangs. Fangs, you say? Yes, I know wolves can also have fangs and everything, but hear me here. Come on, they're in the night. They use specific terms like safely step out onto the deck. They use terms like the watch being silver. It's not just the turns are blue, people. The turns are not just blue for no reason. They're vampires. They're fucking vampires. We should be there in roughly 6 hours. Are you excited? Yes. You don't sound excited. You really should be. You're not gonna be a vampire anymore. I knew it! Oh, fuck. I just hit a hanger. I knew it! I fucking knew it! I knew it. So they are vampires. Ah. Okay, so glad I was right. I shut my eyes hard and take a sharp breath in. Don't you fucking call me that again. Fucking snake. He notices me tense and recoils a bit. I want to knock his goddamn teeth in. He gives me a sour expression. Alright, Colin. You're not a vampire. He tosses out a puff of smoke and smiles. It's a stupid thing to be upset over. Just another thing out of my control. Just like Hunter said. Sorry. Likewise. It's fine. It's not. I prepare lunch and another muttered coffee while Kurt plays on a squeeze box. Peanut butter and blackberry jam sandwich with an orange fruit for good luck. I sit at the stern and eat while I gaze into the water below. Nothing stares back in the reflection. It's not a very enjoyable meal, but it keeps the coffee from stabbing me in the gut. Which is about as low as my standards are. About as far down as the ground is from where I sit. Salty sea mist strikes me and dampens my fur. And makes my sandwich just a little worse. I stare off, over the railing, into the black horizon, into the stars and moon reflected below. And out there, something catches the light, gleaming bright white. A speck that slowly drifts into view. A pale, dead fish, ebbing on the dark surface. Lidless eyes, gazing up at nothing, mouth agape like shock. I can't quite tell what species it is from where I am. I lean forward against the railing to see if I can make it out, and it's suddenly tugged down into the black by something under the water. Its white scales still ring out through the murk for a few seconds before it's gone. Not violently, just gone. The boat putters on for a few more hours. Soon we'll be in Cuba. And soon I'll be able to see myself over the railing, along with the stars and the sky. Soon I'll be able to look at myself in the mirror and see how ugly I've become over the years. I'll get my reflection back. And after that, maybe I can get back everything else. I noticed Kurt waving me down through the bright window. I stumble to my feet and walk over to him, the boat gently rocking under me. Unlit pipe cupped in paw, he looks up at me and flashes a grimace. Do you have the matchbox? No? No. He sniffles and rubs his head. Damn, it was just here. Kurt gestures to the table in front of him. Maybe I misremembered. Might have fell from the boat rocking. He shifts in his bench and looks under the table. I think I would have heard it fall. It's fine, there's probably a lighter in the helm. I walk over to the ladder and begin climbing as he mumbles to himself. It was just here. I step into the helm and shuffle under the dash. Under the steering wheel is a small, rusted box where I keep all the little things I don't need. A compass, some loose coins, moldy papers, and maps for places I'll never go. Spilling over it all, I eventually find a disposable plastic lighter. I give it a few test flicks before standing. It works well enough. Before I step back down onto the deck and give Kurt his new lighter to lose, I stop to light the lantern at the helm. From here, I can see every little glint on the dark ocean surface, broken and scattered into nothing, like shattered glass all stretched out and glimmering. There's no clear line where the water meets the sky, just black into more black. A full moon can only do so much. I turn back to see the dashboard all lit up in the flickering orange glow from the lantern light. But there's a spot there. I can see it on the dash. A big black splotch next to the wheel. Like the world is hiding it from me. And I walk up to see if it's the light that's wrong. And it's not. There's a perfect circular hole carved into the dashboard. Where the navigation system is supposed to be. The autopiloting system. Frayed wires poked through, reaching out at me. Wait, did someone just fucking take the dashboard? It's gone. Where is it? What the hell happened to it? Oh god. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, so the matches are gone, and now the navigation system is gone. Something's going on. 1 week ago, a day before my episode, I was at a bar with my friends. I sat at the stained counter, staring into the washed-out mirror behind the liquor shelf, watching the empty Rott's glass in my paws just float there, in the reflection. While everyone else talked away, my mind wasn't with me. I knew if I said anything, I would ruin the mood. I shouldn't have shown up, really. Hey, what about you, Colin? Hunter turned to me and said, how's the fishing going? It's fine. Tiring, though. I said without turning to look at him. There was a pause then, as if he was expecting more from me. It pays well, right? He already knew how well it paid. I didn't bother answering. It took a second before he knew he was getting another word from me. Colin? Don't say anything. It'll upset him. He stopped. God damn it, man. Why do you have to be like this all the time? At least I tried. I watched him through the mirror as he frustratedly pulled a big cigar from his coat and lit it. I don't know. I think I lost myself. No, don't start with that. I already heard it. He dragged a cigar and sighed out a cloud of white tobacco smoke. I'm worried about you always saying that kind of stuff. You need to go see someone for that, and not me. He stopped when he noticed me looking into the mirror. Oh. Is that it then? That's how it all started. That's no excuse. Maybe it was an excuse a couple years ago, but now? Accept it and move on already. That's a real easy thing to say. It's hard, but you have to at least try. What do you want me to do? He pulled his cigar from his mouth and paused in thought for a moment. Actually, he sets his cigar down and pulled a pen and receipt from his pocket. There's this thing. He wrote something down on the stained paper and handed it to me. Heard about it from an old friend. I looked down to see the words Cuba, Estar Orgulloso, 1930, scrawled in blue pen over a restaurant bill. What is this? The address to a healer in Cuba. Might be able to fix your reflection thing. Sounds like a quack. Then go see a therapist. If not, then don't guilt people into giving you the pity you think you deserve. He swiveled in his chair and picked back up on his conversation with the others, while I stared down at the frail little paper. It would be a long way down the stream. In the end, Kurt was the only one who would go with me. He pitied me. They all did. That was the only reason they ever stuck around. But it didn't last long. How did I ever think it would work out? Fuck! What are we going to do? It's okay. Shut the fuck up, it's not okay. Jesus Christ. Where the hell did it go? How long was it gone? How long have you been drifting off course? All night? So, we'll be late a couple hours. It's fine. Shut the hell up, you worthless asshole. Dismissive cocksucker. Kurt puffed away on his pipe while I rocked in my seat. There's no need to rush. Shut up. You have no damn clue how much this means to me. I don't want to spend another second like this. I don't want to be out here. They all got in my head. Hey, I was there too, you know. They were way too harsh, I agree with you. But they had good points. And ultimately, I'm sure we'll all be able to get together again sometime. Reflection or not. It's so fucking stupid. I'm so fucking stupid. It's all my fault. Don't say that. He paused as he smoked his pipe. We might not even be off course, and if we are, we have an extra day's worth of supplies. But what the hell happened to it? It can't just disappear. We can figure that out when we're in Cuba. Right now, you have to figure out where we are, because you're at the cabin. You can't go breaking down on me over something like this. Okay. I slowly stand and straighten my coat. But I don't agree. What? I don't think any of them would want to be around me after that. Kurt pauses again to look past me, out at the sea. He sniffles and sighs out loud smoke. Well, you still got me. There's a waver in his voice as he says it. Why do I have to be so difficult? Alright. In the helm, I shovel through the small butts under the dash once again. I fish out the compass and it rattles in my paw as I stand. The little needle spins for a moment before settling on the north. Shit! The ship is pointing northeast. That's the worst possible direction it could be facing. Drifting straight off the east coast, into the middle of the Atlantic? The best I can do is point us west until we reach America. Then hopefully we'll be able to figure out where to go from there. I flip the engine on and watch as it all lights up. There's that sound again, pouring in my ears. I stare down at the blemish dash. A dark pit, cut out from the metal. A perfect circle. What happened? It's like the world forgot it. Everything else is just fine. I wrap my paw around the throttle and slowly begin pushing it forward just an inch. I grab hold of the ship's wheel and slowly begin turning, keeping an eye on the needle in my paw. The ship groans as water begins to spill out of the way, crawling to starboard and fizzling up around the edges. I'll look out over the wheel to see the horizon wave away as the vessel turns. And in the glass shield in front of me, I can see the water and sky behind me, unobscured by any body I might have. And I feel a rattle on my paw. And the compass slips out. You did not have a good grip on it? What? Really? Dude, you gotta be better than that. You gotta have that gorilla grip, you know? Fuck. I fucking dropped it. I go to reach for it, flailing for a second. It's somewhere. Where is it? I drop to my knees and feel around the floor, but it's not there. Did it fall off the helm? I didn't hear where it fell. How the hell did I drop it? I swipe my paws around the floorboards, patting around for it, and I feel a sharp sting in my paw. I roll back and look down in the light. Ow! I'm bleeding. My paw is bleeding. And I look up. And the horizon still turns. Oh shit. I stumble to my feet and grab the wheel to stop the ship from spinning. Slowly the vessel halts, and I bring the engine down to nothing. The sound putters off. It's silent. God damn it. Which way are we facing? Fuck. Where's the compass? I didn't hear it hit the ground. I look down at my paw. There's a little sliver there, where the blood leaks out, like the skin had been scraped off. Like the compass took a little bit of me with it. Oh. It didn't hit the ground. It's gone. It's in the back rooms now. Colin? Are you okay up there? No. Colin? No! I clamber down the ladder and trip up on the last rung. I fall to my hands and knees and cry out. It's gone! Jesus Christ, Colin, calm down. Kurt stammers up to me as I wallow. I know the autopilot is gone. You need to get over that and... No. The compass. The compass? Why the hell he think I'd still be crying over the navigation system? The compass is gone. You must have dropped it. No. It's gone, just like the autopilot. It was in my paw and then it wasn't. No, you dropped it. Look! I break my wooden paw up for him to see. I took some of my skin with it. Just like that, out of existence. Kurt's ears fall flat and his expression spins into something I haven't seen since last week. Hold up. Things are disappearing. His skin got cut in the process. He's a vampire. Hold on, I'm gonna look up something and I better be right. I have a theory now. The reason why everything is all disappearing and everything, they're in the Bermuda Triangle. I think that's gonna play a role in this. Because that's right next to Cuba and right next to Florida and Puerto Rico. It's in that area. They're in the Bermuda Triangle. Okay? I don't know how that, adds on to him being a vampire, but okay. He pauses and I put my paw back down. He sniffles and brushes his ears back. Get up. You gotta have another compass on this fucking boat. I stand and fix my hat. I don't think so. I always relied on the navigation system. There was a second compass there, built into the dash. But it's gone. Of course. Kurt turns and begins walking to the space under the helm. Where are you going? I'm getting my tobacco. I need a break from all this. I just stare up into nothing as he shuts the door behind him. I'm not sure what to do now. Why didn't I bring another compass? It's my fault. I'm so fucked up. I need a coffee. And a cig or something. I don't know, dude. You need a line. In the cabin, I sit on my bed and stare into the trench that split open in my paw, while the percolator heats up. If I look close enough at anything, I will find a little upside-down world without me in it. After so long, I've begun to see how many things can reflect back that perfect world. And there it is, in my blood, glaring back at me with its eyes all black, and its smile all red. I'm fucked up. But I'm not as fucked up as I want to be. That compass should have taken the rest of me with it. I looked up from my paw to see bright, billowing steam begin to rise from the percolator. Soon enough, the water comes to a boil and I stand to take the pot off the stove. I stir and pour it all into my stained metal mud until it's beaten off the side. Should have learned astronomy. That's how the fishermen used to find their way. But I had to take the easy way and just rely on the navigation system. As I bring the brimming mud to my mouth, the boat ebbs under my feet. A not so small amount spills off the side, seeping into my pants. God damn it. I carefully set the mud back on the table and pull a rag from my coat pocket. Begrudgingly, I begin to pat my legs dry. I stop. No. There's something wrong. I kneel down and look in the light. The floor is wrong. The light isn't hitting it right. No, it's where I'm standing. Everything else is fine. No. No. Is there no spell on the ground? I drop the damp rag on the floor. Oh, he has no shadow. I drop the damp rag on the floor and the light catches it just fine. It's not the floor. It's me. I'm what's wrong. It's my shadow. It isn't there. Oh, fuck. I'm leaving. I'm disappearing. Fuck. No. This isn't happening. I stagger over to the ladder and yell. Kurt! Help! I pull myself up onto the deck. What the hell? He stammers up to me from under the helm. I don't want to go. I'm here. Why are you freaking out again? It's only been 10 minutes. He makes his point and taps the watch on his wrist. My shadow is gone. He winces and steps aside to see the light fall past me. His expression doesn't change. He just stares down at me. He takes a second to draw a long breath in from his pipe. So it is, he says, and lets out a cloud of smoke. First my reflection, now my shadow. Kurt, I think I fucked up. I fucked up so bad. We shouldn't be out here. Forget about Estar Ordulosa. I want to go home. Is this going to keep happening? I pause and look back up at him. What? Are you going to keep breaking down at everything? And I have to be the one to pull you down from the ledge? Is that why you yanked me along with you on this death cruise? He pulls the pipe from his mouth and dumps glowing ash on the floor in front of him. I get that you deal with some tough shit, and I'm really sorry about all this. But I'm in the same boat, and I don't need you unloading all that on me. He smothers the ashes with his boot and walks back under the helm. When you've composed yourself, we can talk and figure out how to get back home. Together. He quietly closes the door behind him. Fuck you. I said under my breath, covered by the wind. But he's right. And so is Hunter. I just can't help myself. I should have known I was going to disappear eventually. Why can't I just accept things and give up? I have to drag everyone down with me, clawing and biting all the way. I look back and see the light as it passes through me, and I'm not there to hold it back. And I stand again to feel the boat rock under my feet. I can see Kurt's silhouette in the window. His head in his paws, smoke drifting up around him. I need to stop. I'm so sick of this. They're in the Bermuda Triangle, I just know it. Where does it all go? The compass? The navigation system? My shadow? Is it all resting on the seabed? Is it all someplace far away from here? Someplace better? Am I really leaving too? Will I be there? Reunited with all the other useless space takers? Or is it all really, truly gone? Atoms plucked from the world. I look down at the mark on my paw. I'm already halfway removed. What's another half? As soon as I step inside, I'm met with a wave of tobacco smoke. But it doesn't quite smell the same. It smells like... Hunter. I turn to see Kurt with a large cigar clenched between his fangs. His eyes are shot from tears that have been wiped away. Hi, Colin. Are you ready to talk? Are those Hunter cigars? Yeah. He takes an upsendly long drag before coughing up a bright blanket of tobacco smoke. He catches his breath and begins to speak in a strained voice. Nabbed a few before I left. I wanted to smoke them in Cuba, but I didn't think I'd run out of my other tobacco so fast. He sniffles and rubs his eyes. Now, are you ready to talk? Yes. I take a seat on the bench and set my hat on the table. So, how are we going to get out of this? The only idea I have is that we just pick a direction and start moving. We only have enough fuel to take us a couple more 1,000 miles, though. It's either that or stay in place. That's really it? That's the plan? Do you have a better one? Kurt clenches his teeth. He nearly bites his cigar in half. And what do we do when we're out of fuel and there's still no land in sight? I don't know, but I can't just wait here. Maybe we can make sails out of our bed sheets. And we can fish for food. Boil the salt out of the seawater. I just can't stay here in one place any longer. Every second I feel like I'm shrinking away. Kurt lets out a long smoky sigh. Well, you're the captain, right? So it's all on you. Oh, shut up. You didn't help me with anything. You just sat back and watched as I did everything. I did help. I kept you from spiraling. He snuffs out his cigar on the table and crosses his arms. Well, let's go then. Enough sitting around, like you said. I put my sailor's cap back on and get up from my seat. Aye aye. We both step out onto the deck and everything seems brighter. Not brighter in mood, just brighter. As if God cracked the curtains a bit. How long have you been out here? Is the sun rising already? I look up. There's 2 moons. We are in the Bermuda Triangle. I just know it. You can't convince me otherwise. There's 2. 2 full moons in the sky. Like lidless eyes looking down. Why? Why is there two? I don't know. Let's just leave. I walked past Kurt and began climbing the ladder to the helm. What the fuck is happening? I step into the helm and bring my shaky paws to the wheel. I flick the engine on and it's not turned on. And I flick the engine on. And the engine should turn on. And the dash should light up. But it doesn't. The engine remains silent. I start the engine. I hit the switch again. I hit it again. Nothing happens. It won't start. No. The engine doesn't start. Please. The boat doesn't care. Please, no. The engine doesn't care. The sea doesn't care. No. This isn't happening. Please. Nothing. I looked past the wheel. In the glass shield in front of me, I could see the sky reflected behind me. There is no carcass in the way. Just the sea, the sky, and the two white spots gouged out of it all. I rushed down the ladder, onto the deck, then down the next ladder into the cabin. Kurt doesn't acknowledge me, just staring into the sky. I sink into the cabin, lit only by the oil lamp, hung over my bed. I get down on my knees and unlatch the seam in the floorboards to the engine compartment. I rip it open. And there's nothing but a black pit. It's gone. There is no engine. It's gone. Gone like everything else. I slowly pull myself to my feet and stare down into the hole in the floor, where the engine used to be. I've never missed that awful sound until now. That's bad. No. We can figure something out. We can make sales. We can live. We can leave. We just need to... Need to what? I need a coffee. I turn to see my mug still sitting on the table, where I left it. I slowly walk over and grasp the cold aluminum handle. Cold, still coffee sits at the bottom. I'm not drinking this. I turn the portable stovetop on and reach for the pot. The pot isn't there. The percolator is gone. Everything's disappearing because we're in the Bermuda Triangle where ships disappear. Gone. I clutch my mug tight into my chest as tears begin to rim my eyes and beat down my fur, opening caverns in my cheeks. This is it. It's not going to stop. My life is over. I squeeze the mud in my paws. The aluminum starts to cave. It's not fair. I'm fucking tired of this shit. Fuck you, Hunter. Fuck you! I roll back and throw the mud at the wall. Oh. It crashes into the lamp above my cot, and liquid fire sprays out onto the sheets. It all goes up so fast, sending waves of heat roaring into my face. Oh fuck. I pull the blanket from Kurt's bed and throw myself onto the fire, trying to smother it all. I lie there and frantically pat the flames down, making sure there's nothing left to reignite. Soon the room goes dark. I pull myself back and stand there for a moment, watching as leftover embers drift off and disappear. The fire is gone. I catch my breath and stare. I look down at myself to see if any part of me is on fire. I'm fine. I'm fine. When I step back onto the deck, Kurt is sitting at the stern, still looking into the sky. Kurt. He turns his head, eyes wide. An unlit cigar hangs out of his mouth. The cigar box rests in his paws, torn open. What happened? He says in a hoarse voice. He can see the ash and tears smeared across my fur. The engine is gone. He rinses his stance, cigar spilled out of the box and roll across the deck as he does. Of course it is. He drops the wooden box and thumbs against the deck. And so is the percolator. He snickers and sighs through his teeth before bending over to pick the cigar off the floor. He snaps an end off the cigar and holds it up to me. "Wanna pick up a new habit?" He laughs and I take the cigar from his paw. "What the fuck now? What am I gonna do?" He says and looks back up at the double moons in the sky. I look down at the cigar in my hand. Maybe... My eyes flutter over the writing on the cigar. No. I pulled the paper Hunter gave me from my coat pocket. No. What? The writing on the cigar label. Estar Orgulloso, Cuba. Since 1930. The same thing that's written on the note. It's fake. Hunter lied? What? What's fake? I took the cigar. Did you know? Know what? You knew. Estar Orgulloso isn't real! Just the brand of Hunter's stupid fucking cigars! What? No, I didn't know. What? Then why are you saying it like that? You're saying it like you knew. I didn't know, I just... He pulls the cigar from his mouth and looks at the label. Look, it was obvious it wasn't real. Why the hell would you believe there was a magic doctor that could bring your reflection back? You knew! You fucking knew! I can't... Okay. This is a really dramatic and, like, intense scene. But I can't take the "you knew you fucking knew" line seriously after Womblands. Anyone who is chronically online on TikTok will know that reference. No, His face twists and his eyes begin to well up. Fuck you. Vampire. He tosses the cigar into the water. You're a fucking psycho, Colin. You took me out into the middle of the fucking Atlantic and you stranded me out here. Crying for me to save you. Made a shit up about things disappearing. You were throwing shit overboard, I know it. That's what I knew. That's what I knew the whole fucking time. You came out here to kill yourself, but you didn't have the balls to do it on your own. So you dragged my fucking ass with you. The only thing disappearing is you. No! That's not true. I wrap my paws around my head and stare down at the floor. The cigars aren't there anymore. Do you think I'm a fucking idiot? No. I didn't do anything. You're delusional. Why would you want this? I don't want this. I don't want any of this. You used to be cool. I used to look up to you. How kind you were. I don't want this. I drop and cower. Now you just want everyone to pity you because you lost your reflection. You don't even need a reflection. I wouldn't give a fuck if I lost mine. Nobody but you would. I'm sorry. He pauses. I can't even manage to look at him. Hunter was right. I shouldn't be around you. Nobody should. Everything I say, you twist to something to beat yourself down with. No matter how hard I try to help you, you just don't listen. You don't want help. I need to leave. No. I'm making things worse. I really hope you get better. But I think it's best. He trolls off. I just stare into the cracks in the floorboards. Sweat and tears speckle the surface. I'm sorry. I've been trying to make things better. But I need you to stay. You're the only friend of mine that wanted to go with me and help me. Really, you're my only friend at all right now. The only one that stuck around after everything. And you haven't made things worse. You helped me through a lot. I'm just really bad at showing it. Please. Please. Stay here. I finally gained enough courage to lift my head and look him in the eye. He's gone! Oh shit. But he's not there. Kurt? I stumbled to my feet and looked around. Kurt? I'm sorry, Kurt! He's not here. And there's a gentle thrumming coming from below my feet. The engine returned? Snapping and fizzling. I looked up to the sky. Two of the moons looked down on me. It smells like a campfire. Smoke soon rises from the open door to the cabin. Kurt? I slept into space under the helm. It feels like I'm wading through mud. Like I'm sinking into the floor. Under the helm, all the lanterns are out. He's not in here. I tripped back outside. I grabbed onto the ladder to the helm. Maybe he was up there? I began to climb, but my paws just slipped through each run. Kurt? Help! I stepped back to the stern. Sunset flames leapt up the side of the ship, reaching around the railing. Bright, flickery orange light shrouds the boat. Kurt? Help me. You can't be gone. I stared to the sky, and there's only one moon now. My eyes trailed down the horizon to find the other. The bright white spots in front of me slowly getting bigger. My legs began to sink through the cracks in the floorboards. Majora's Mask? And soon the second moon was right there, at the stern of the ship. Oh, I'm sorry. I sink through the floor into the cabin, which is all set alight. Heat from the lampfire all spills onto me, over my fur. Water hisses as it breaches the hull, and I sink deeper. I'm so sorry. My lips drip through the floor, into the water. The cool sea tickles my fur as I seep through. The heat from the fire shrinks out of me. And soon my head goes under, and it all goes quiet. The water spills through my nostrils, into my lungs, and then it fills my stomach and intestines, then my bloodstream, then my head, and it fills, and it fills, and the water spills into the space where I once was, and I disappear. That's all there was. That final thought. Sorry. Woo! Holy shit! Oh my god! So him being a vampire is like a representation of his self-esteem and lack of self-confidence and his self-hatred. He can't stand to be himself right now, so he wants to change it. But he's changing it through, like, in a way that is not plausible. He's not changing within himself, he's changing through outside means. And that's why his friends caught contact with him. Because if he can't help himself, then it creates that aura of toxicity. But I still hold on to my theory that they're in the Bermuda Triangle, and that's why crazy shit was happening. Why everything kept disappearing, why there's two moons, why the second moon was just right in front of the ship, you know, all that jazz. God, the atmosphere was so intense. And like I said, I really love the water paint sketchy art style to it. It really adds that vibe to this nice vibe to it that I really enjoyed. This was a nice read. I really enjoyed it. I wonder, is there any other like MyWolf visual novels you guys want me to check out? Because I know I've been doing a Werewolf in Charleston and everything, so there's all that. But I want to know, is there any others you guys want to see? Let me know. In the meantime, thank you all so much for clicking on this video. If you enjoyed it, you can give it a like, and subscribe if you're really interested. I'll leave a link to the visual novel in the description below, which will support it, and I'll also leave a link to the full 2026 May MyWolf Game Jam submissions page if you want to check out any of the visual novels on there. And I'll also leave a link to my Blue Sky if you want to support me on that site. And as always, I'll be leaving a link to the visual novel me and my dear friend Zither Red Panda made for the 2025 February Game Jam called When You're Mine. Please still show your support to it. If you do enjoy it, maybe consider rating it and comment on it on itchio. We'd love reading those. It makes our day. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!